What's up, everybody? Very high energy of the shores here. Yo, killing it. He for sure took the reptilian away from his name. He didn't like the flack he was getting, huh? We're gonna do a quick talk about the heart and the scarabus, the scarab in ancient Egypt. For those that don't know, the heart was the main piece of the body that the ancient Egyptians would preserve and do rituals with, and some of the oldest writings from the Book of the Dead focus on the heart and the scarab. Even there's some old Christian scarabs with the Jesus on them as well. And the Book of the Dead is originally called the Per-em-hru. You know, we commonly call it the Book of the Dead, but these are a bunch of incantations and spells and writings that have to do with the preservation of the body and the soul travel of the body through gates, right? And I think it's chapter, let's see, I think it's chapter 30, XXX, triple X of the Book of the Dead, the Per-em-hru. And throughout the whole, you know, all the different copies of papyrus and all throughout the Book of the Dead, you'll see the pictures of different levels of the soul, I guess you could say. And some of them are set up in scarabuses on, like set up on a support. And some of them are right in place of the heart. And it's the large ones that they usually put in place of the heart on the body, the large scarabuses. And the chapter, like, that I'm talking about is literally entitled the chapter of not allowing the heart of a man to have opposition made to it in the divine inferior region. And when you get towards the end of this, the chapter is supposed to be recited like over the scarabus, and it's supposed to be made of hard stone. It's supposed to be formed and set in gold, and it should be placed inside the breast of the man after the opening of the mouth has already been made and the head has already been anointed with oil. So this is like straight rebellious fallen angel Nephilim practices. I mean, you find this in ancient Ugaritic writings as well, the practice of the Rephaim, anointing themselves and anointing the dead and all of this stuff, right? And they also have this, when they're doing this, they have where they're supposed to set, like, those words that they're saying, like, you know, they're supposed to basically do it over the stone, and it's supposed to be set over the body, and in you know, this is like making it a magical technology, a magical charm, right? And what they actually say over the body is, my heart which comes to me from my mother, my heart which is necessary to me for my transformations, right? And the whole chapter was frequently engraved upon like these huge, large scarabs, and were literally placed inside the chest, inside the breast of the mummies, in place of the actual heart. And the heart of the man was basically the source from where life began, but also where thought began as well. And it was symbolized by this scarab. And when you look into Roman Catholicism and some of the practice they do with their dead, I mean, you can't deny the intense parallels and how, you know, they're basically right on par with the cult of the dead, practice of the dead. There's certain saints that their bodies they considered incorruptible, that after a period of time, sometimes after hundreds of years, they remove the heart and put it in a reliquary, and they take it on processions every year. One of them is Saint Rose of Viterbo, right? After hundreds of years of her dead, they removed her heart, they put it in a like a crystal reliquary, and they take it on a procession every year. And this is a woman that at 3 years old was able to revive the dead because of her emotions. She saw her aunt dead and people mourning over her, and she brought the aunt back to life at the funeral, at the wake. And she died at like 17 years old, Rose of Viterbo. But I mean, they did this with Padre Pio as well. Supposedly when they found Padre Pio's heart, it was actually like it got lanced and speared, and there was a tear in it, like it got pierced, and he was supposed to have the signs of stigmata, right? And he was lanced, just like Christ was lanced. Thank you, everybody. Spiral out.